All right, we're doing a very special. We've got questions meets flight night at the Kentucky Bourbon Festival here in Bardstown. We have the legendary. Can I call you legendary?
You can call me anything you want.
I'm sure that's one of the nicer things, right?
I called a lot, so yeah.
Legendary Ron Call. He's been doing this for just a couple years, right?
50.
50?
50 plus right now. So.
50 plus. And we've got a special bottle that we're going to get to here in a second of the Hemingway Rye. But first, we've got what I would call your everyday one, right? The just Hemingway Rye Signature Edition.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about it.
102 proof, 6-year, 4-year. My oldest son Jacob made 10% of that.
Because it's a 95.5, right?
Yes.
And the 10% comes from when he was at Green River.
Yeah,
now he's over Western Kentucky nowadays.
Making or actually rye whiskey. Now.
Okay. Awesome.
Eventually we'll be using it now.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So what do you love about this one?
I tell you what surprised me was how smooth it was. I like the finish, a little spice, a little bit of sweetness. And when we first tested this, kind of regular brandy sniffer or whatever, and put a cube of ice in it.
Just opened it up.
Yeah, I mean for the good.
Yeah.
I mean, it just
now this is because you make rum as well.
Made a lot of rum.
Yeah. And that's kind of where this lovely finish comes from, right? Because it's the rum seasoned Orloso cask, right?
Right.
I'm trying to make sure I say it all right.
Well, Steve Groth, one of the founders of the original company, he thought it was a good time to launch a rye because it was so popular. So, but we wanted to do something different. So we settled on the sherry cask, and then we started submitting samples to all the experts out there. They said it was the best rye they ever tasted. So that's what made us move forward.
Well, it's fantastic. It's one of my favorite. When I got to talk to Jacob and Forrest a while back, it was fantastic. My wife loved it, and the bottle went very quick in our house. And I love the bottle because I love the ode to Hemingway, and then I also love when you're done, you get the fun back label, right?
Yeah.
You know, so
get to see the old guy.
You know, so it's fantastic. And you've also done a pick here. The Bourbon Festival people here did a barrel pick. Castrin coming in at 113 proof. What do you think of this one?
That is this product.
Yeah.
Finished in individual casks, sampled, and then we submitted samples to the Bourbon Society up here, and this is what they picked. So, but it's very smooth. I love the color of our products and the sparkle.
I was gonna say that looks nice.
Yeah.
Well, and I was gonna say, I mean, just when you're looking at this, and then even just the cask strength, just being a little bit darker, it feels like.
Well, it's not, and the cask longer.
That's true. That's true. So now, did you get to try this one too?
Yeah. Yeah, I try them all. Well, I gotta approve them all. So.
What did you like about this one, and how much different to you is it from that one?
Actually, I get a little more rye notes, but I also get a little more sherry notes. So it's just a different finish.
Yeah.
But they're both pleasant. So
I was gonna say I love the original. This one I had a little bit earlier. I had to stop by because you guys are one of my favorites, and it is super flavorful. And you're right, it kind of just has amplified everything.
Yeah. So 102 proof, 113. And the next one will be, believe it or not, 123.
Oh, so we're just climbing the ladder.
Yeah. But most people can't believe the proof, how smooth they are for the proof of them.
No, I mean, at 116, that is smooth. 102, you would never, if you covered that up, you would have no clue.
Yeah, that's
it drinks much lower, more 90-ish, 95 range than anything. So now this bottle is in honor of you. Now, were you wanting to be honored, or did they surprise you?
They surprised me, believe me. I was surprised.
Now, how cool was it to have something like this where you got some pictures from your early days?
Yeah.
You know, which is just a couple years ago, right?
Well, this was my last day at Jim Beam. So I started out in the labs worked my way up to managers, ran the distilleries on night shift, and got to work with Booker quite a bit and Baker and all those guys. But I made the yeast. I had to shut everything down. So, because the second shift, that's when you run out everything.
Yeah.
So you had to balance your beer run with a back set for the cooker. And then I made the yeast on second shift, and I got to go home eventually. So that's the trouble working second shift in a distillery.
I was gonna say that is a tough one, and what I mean, obviously, you gotta love what you do to be doing this for 50 years. You made a lot of bourbon, a lot of rum. What is it that just makes you keep coming back and doing this day in and day out?
I guess I like pain. I don't know.
Maybe a good drink, right?
No, it just it's kind of like a family tradition. My dad worked at Beam for years, and when I got out of school, you either worked at the distillery or farm part time. So I did both, and then I got recruited out of Beam, and that's what happens when somebody makes you an offer you can't turn down. So. And then it was good because I did get to work with cruising rum, develop the flavors, the flavored rums, and then went through some mergers and changes, and kept getting promoted. And
you were doing good, so they kept giving you more responsibility, right?
Well, at least I kept my job for a long time. that's what nice when you
Yeah.
But no, this was special. We were going to give this to the governor yesterday, but Jacob forgot it. But we got to send him one. I mean,
I was going to say, being able to work with Jacob, Clayton, kind of having that family still around you doing this, what's that like?
I like to be around them more, and that's one reason I would like to retire.
Wait, you're not going to retire yet, right?
Hell yeah.
Do you have the countdown clock going?
No, but eventually I will phase out.
Well, I was going to say this one, so it's definitely a little darker, 11-year rye. Can you tell me a little bit about what's in this that they were so kind?
This is our original rye test barrel.
Oh.
So it started out at 7-year, and we, like I said, Steve wanted to do a rye, but we needed to do something different.
Yeah.
So my idea, let's try the sherry cask.
Yeah.
And it turned out very well. So all of these has the Olorosa sherry cask after I finish rumming them.
Yeah. Because the Papa Pilar's rum,
sherry rum, yeah,
starts out and it gets in them for a little bit, and then
after it cycles out, I feel the barrels are pretty well worn out.
Yeah.
But evidently they're not. But I use those barrels with this. So.
Well, I love it because this is fantastic stuff, and I'm happy to see they surprised you with this because this is also a pretty good bottle.
Yeah, it's a good bottle. But the trick of it is how long do you leave it in that sherry cask? So you got to know when to cut it off without it taking away all the rye notes. So.
Now, do you have a secret recipe for that, or is it just taste and figuring it out?
Taste now. Mostly taste.
So when you're coming up with different things like this, how much fun is it? I'm guessing it's still fun for you 50 years later to still be tinkering in the lab, coming up with different things, trying to see what works, what doesn't.
Yeah, we're constantly tinkering right now. So.
Anything good that you can tell me?
No.
Oh,
I can't tell you.
No, because last year you were working on I believe, refinishing some rum in these.
Oh, okay, that's on market.
Okay, so you can talk about that.
That's a Pilar dark rum.
Okay.
That when I empty the rye out of the rye barrels, I refill them with dark rum.
Okay.
And it's like, wow,
a whole new experience.
Most people love that. I mean, it's surprisingly very good. I mean,
but you're still tinkering. We may see more things from Hemingway, is what you're telling me.
Yeah,
but you don't want to get yourself in trouble, even though you can't get yourself in trouble, right?
No, it's possible, but no, there's some other new concepts. That's what that is.
Well, I can't wait to see what happens. And Ron, congrats on 50 years.
Yeah.
And thanks for making some really, really good stuff.
It's I'm surprised that the my problem is I don't get to sit down just and let what you get
And,
your
and enjoy it.
just hear comments,
Yeah.
you know, because normally you're constantly working, but just to sit down and have you taste and make comments, it means more to me than anything. So.
Well, hopefully you're getting a lot of good comments here at the Bourbon Festival
Yeah.
because this is good stuff.
My saying was pretty damn good. I don't know if it's a Kentucky thing or what, but last year I heard that so many times. But mostly, that's pretty damn good.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've had the original, the signature edition, which is fantastic. The Bourbon Festival pick also really good, but this special one, I don't know if it's because it's got a little sentimental value in it, but that's, I mean, that is a dark color bottle,
But once it's gone, that's it. That's
and
what
it's gone.
Yeah.
So,
No more.
well, until what? 55? Are they going to do another one at 55?
Maybe when I turn 100.
Which is a long way away, right? Well, Ron, I appreciate you sharing some pours with me.
All right. Really appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Damn, I gotta have a drink now. I gotta cough.